Hey everyone, welcome back to Dilettante's Dollhouse. I wanted to give you a little update before I start on my next project. So this is where we are at with the interior of the dollhouse. So this is the living room. I finished painting the paneling up to here, which is going to be the kind of dividing wall into the kitchen. And I have attached the paper. Unfortunately, as you can see here, I used a little tape, and I was hopeful because this has got a bit of a sheen to it. I was hopeful that it wouldn't stick, and it did. I'm not too worried because I do plan on putting some upper cabinets as well. So I'll just make sure I put some upper cabinets there or cover it up with something. If it's really something that I can't work with, it can easily come out and be redone. But I think I can work with it because I do plan on having, I think, the sink here, and then I might put a few upper cabinets along the side here. So I think it'll be just fine. So today I'm going to start doing the floor. Now I've gone ahead and painted this all white. I do have a suggestion if you're going to be doing paneling like I am. If you're going to be painting it a light color, it would be really good to paint the underside beforehand. So if I had painted this cardboard all white, then when I did, these are the coffee stirrers. I kept calling them skewers in my last video. They're stirrers. If I had painted beneath them, it wouldn't have shown. And I think that was a tip somebody gave me in my last video. So thank you for that. But I have been able to go in with a smaller brush and just kind of dab it in between. So I feel like it looks pretty good. And then once we get the chair rail up and painted, I think it's going to look really nice. For the floor, I'm going to do a wood, and I'm not sure if I want it. I'm thinking like a light pine type color. So we'll have to see what I end up doing with that. But for the actual flooring itself, I am using popsicle sticks. And all I am doing is taking my popsicle stick and I'm just cutting off the end of it with my cutter tool. And I'll try to remember to link to this in the description below in case you're not familiar with this tool. But I'm going to then start gluing them down in the corner here. And going all the way along. And then I'll be cutting it about here, where the kitchen's going to start, and then starting again and just going the whole length of the room. So I'll bring you along for some of that. I'm positive I'm not going to get it all done today, but I thought it would be fun to bring you along and show you at least me starting that. And then my thought is, since I'm going to have the stairs here, I might put some sort of doorway here to help clearly define the two rooms. So that is going to be something I'm going to have to think about and figure that out. I have not decided what I'm going to do for the kitchen flooring. I think I'm going to try to make some sort of tile to match in here. I'm just not sure what color. So please feel free to give me a comment below if you have any ideas for kitchen flooring. I suppose, you know, I could just do the wood straight through. I think I like the idea of this being a separate room and doing something different and fun in that room. So I'm just going to go ahead and start this and see how far I get today. One of the tips that Julie Warren had is she would do the same thing like I did with the wall, which was to attach the flooring to a piece of cardboard. I think the idea being that it makes it easier down the road if you should want to change it out. I'm not doing that, mainly because I forgot, and I'm just gonna keep going on. I'm going to have to weigh it down with some things as I go along. So I'm not going to be doing a whole big section at once, just enough because you can see this one board keeps coming up. But I am getting the look I want, which is, you know, sometimes it's part of the battle. You're looking at it thinking, oh, is this gonna do what I want it to do? And you never really know until you start putting things together. So, and what I'm doing is, as I cut off the piece that I need there on the end, I'm just using what's left of that board to start down here, and then that gives you a nice staggered look with your flooring. It makes it a little more interesting. And I am doing my best to not get glue anywhere on the floor boards and the top, because obviously that's going to change how the stain is going to sit on them when I get to it. But again, I'm okay with this looking like a well-loved house. My home, my real home, is well-loved, and I'm okay with my dollhouse looking a little lived in. So I'm okay with that. I've taken out everything I'm weighing it down with. I'm gonna put it back, but for now, I'm gonna stop here. There's a few little spots where I see the floor is coming up. I don't really think that's gonna be an issue. I'm gonna put some heavy weights down, and hopefully that'll hold everything while it dries completely, and then I'll be able to come back tomorrow and maybe finish the rest. This tool, I don't know if it's the kind I got. It's really a lot of work to cut the this wood, so yeah, it hasn't been working as well as I had hoped, so I might have to look into a new one, but for now it's what I have and I'll try to use it. So I'm just gonna keep weighing everything down as best I can. I know Julie uses cans, but I don't have any food cans here, so I think I'm just gonna set down what I have and try to weigh everything down as best as I can and hope that it dries pretty well. So that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. And again, if you have any ideas, suggestions, or thoughts for the flooring of the kitchen, I would love to hear it. I really don't have anything in mind. I think I like the idea of doing tile. I had purchased this kind of on a whim. I'm happy with how it looks, but I think I would have been a little more, I think it would have been a little more fun to have made something myself. So I think I'm gonna definitely do that for the floor. So if you have any suggestions, I'd love to hear them. All right, well, that's it for today's episode. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.